to Bet Sports.
All right, here we go. One of the best shows, I think, of the year as we get going today on college football and college football previews. We're going to go SEC. We're going to go Big Ten. Of course, the Big Ten did produce the national champion last year, so figure that should be one of the first ones we do. I don't know about you. I've got the major conferences like done as far as how I feel about each team.
Pretty much.
Does this feel just kind of wide open to you this year?
Oh, totally.
Okay.
I don't see a clear-cut favorite at all from what I've looked at. I mean, I don't think anything's coming out of the Big 12. I think you can kind of eliminate that. But as we start diving into the Big 10 and the SEC today, there's 4 teams in each conference that can win it.
I agree. I think, I was counting. Okay, how many do I have? I think can win it 4 from each conference. It'll be interesting if we have the same. But it's just kind of like, man, I could see this going a lot of different ways this year. Ohio State, who won it, has a lot of question marks, right?
Yes, they do. Yeah.
Georgia, big dog, the SEC, question marks. Texas, question marks.
Everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've looked at a couple. I think, a lot of people are picking Penn State number 1, and I think it's because they have the least question marks.
Yep.
We know what they are.
Yep.
The other team that I kind of like from the ACC is Clemson.
Yeah. Well, we'll get into them next week, but yes. It feels like they don't have a lot of question marks. I think the problem is, and this is not a Clemson thing, just in general, it's like, yes, like Ohio State may have questions, but they're probably going to get them answered. You know what I mean? Because they've recruited well and things like that. Yeah. And so then you're trying to gauge, okay, kind of these newer faces at some of the key positions I'm just throwing out Ohio State. Yeah. Will they be better than the guys we know from Penn State, right?
Exactly.
And that's where it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, and we're looking at these teams, and they do almost always get it straightened out.
Right.
But are they going to be dominant enough to get through a schedule that's going to be pretty tough for some of them? Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's just so many variables. Who's going to get hurt? Who's not? Are there what's their young quarterbacks? When we start going through this, you want to let's throw this out right now.
Yeah.
The top 4 teams, according to most experts in the Big 10, 3 of them have new quarterbacks.
Yeah. Right.
And we don't know what they're going to do.
And to me, that is why Penn State is.
That's why they're above them. Yeah.
But we also know, we know their quarterback. We also know he's an average quarterback.
He's not great.
We'll get it. We'll get into it. But it's not going to shock me if somebody's better than him, right?
Out of these guys,
out of the big 4 teams, it's not going to shock me.
But we don't know that. We have no idea. It's just like, we'll get into that. We get Texas, but
right.
We don't know what these guys are going to do because they haven't done it. Right. Do they look good? Hell yes. Let's drift back to Oklahoma at this time last year.
Right.
We thought we had a stud quarterback. Now, a lot of it wasn't his fault. We had a lot of injuries and things out of his control, but it was obvious he wasn't that good.
No, exactly. All right. I agree. I definitely agree. I think I think this is going to be a fascinating season. All right. I'm going to put it up now.
One more thing.
Sure. Go ahead.
Who determines who a 5-star is? Some recruiting gurus do.
Right. Yeah.
So they're a 5-star on paper and how they look and their athleticism and stuff like that. But what's between the ears is what makes you a superstar, not your body and your athleticism. Yes, you do need that. But you got to have the guts and the fire and the ability to make a play when you have to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Patrick Mahomes was a 5-star.
No. I think that's, you look at the quarterbacks in the NFL, a lot of them aren't. You're right. No. So, look, I think some of them are though, and that's the thing. Like just because they're a 5-star doesn't mean one thing or another. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to it. I got the SEC up here first. So, okay, controversial statement number 1. This was Oklahoma's first year in the SEC was last year. I did not think the conference was that good last year.
I don't think that's controversial.
I think it was a good conference. I certainly don't think it was weak. I was not impressed.
Well, week in and week out, it's tough.
There were a bunch of good teams. I would say that. Yes.
Yeah, they didn't have the powerhouse.
No.
But when you look from top to bottom, with the exception of 2 or 3 teams, you're going to have a tough game every time you go. So to me, that was the big difference between the Big 12 and the SEC.
Agree.
Yeah, an Oklahoma team that went 6-6 last year probably would have, because this was not a good Oklahoma team, period. But they probably could have won 8 or maybe 9 in the Big 12.
I would agree with it's probably a 2-game difference. I do agree with that.
Yeah, that's the difference. Week in and week out, it was tough. But they didn't have the super team last year.
No, and I think a lot of it was quarterback play was not spectacular across the league, really. And I didn't see that just you can't move the ball type of defense from anybody last year that I've seen in the SEC in the past before either. Yeah. So I think it's people might think I'm crazy. I think it's kind of a bounce back year for the SEC. They've got to be better than last year. No team from that conference was like, wow, that is like a team that they're going to be really tough to beat. Like none of them. No. So I think this year it's going to be very interesting. We're going to go alphabetical order here.
Okay.
And I'm going to start with the team that I think has the most pressure on them, and especially from a head coaching standpoint, and that's Alabama.
There's no question.
Because this Alabama team, or that Alabama team, I should say, last year was not very good. No. For Alabama standards. They were not very good.
They lost to Vanderbilt. They came into Oklahoma, and they were playing pretty well, and Oklahoma was terrible.
They came in Oklahoma, and all they had to do was win, and they were going to make the playoff, and they got blown off the field.
They got blown out of the game.
To a team that was abysmal. 5-5, had just lost to Missouri on the road in epic fashion. Yeah. Everybody is screaming to burn the whole thing down, and they got killed.
And they looked like what Alabama should have done to Oklahoma. Oklahoma did to Alabama.
Correct.
So there was issues. There's issues.
Big time.
I don't know what the issues are. Can they be corrected in an off season when the head coach now has a year under his belt, and he's got more control over what's going on? Saban's gone for a year, so we'll see how it turns out. But he's going to have to. Let's face it. I think he's got to win 10.
Yes. So the over under is 9.5 for Alabama. I agree with Curtis Mantle. Hard for me to disagree after the game. I saw Jalen Milroe play live and in person last year. That's one of the worst performances by a quarterback that's supposed to be good I've ever seen. In terms of coming into Oklahoma, I mean, he was horrendous in that game. So Ty Simpson is probably going to take over. Not probably. He's going to take over. He's one of these guys. He's highly touted. Is he good enough? That's the question.
Well, that's it. We don't know.
So what do you like I said, the over-under set at 9.5. What do you think?
Well, you got to start and look at their schedule and go there. That's where you have to start. You know they got players. You know they got studs.
I'll stop you. No, I do not.
Well,
I don't know that they have guys that's like roll the ball out and we're going to win every game.
Well, I don't
think they have those guys.
But they do have some players. So
they do have. There's no question they have talent, but I don't think this is a program anymore where it's just like, they're just going to win. Like I just don't think that's them right now.
We may get into week 6 or 7 of the season, and we're talking about why did this guy leave where he was at to succeed. A legend, which we're already saying that. I would have never taken this job. I don't care what they offered me. Wouldn't have done it. You cannot go in and replace somebody like Saban. Very seldom does it ever work. It just doesn't.
It is not often. Not often. It does sometimes, not often.
Not very often. Yeah. Unless the program was slipping.
Yep.
And there are some people that saying that it had slipped a little bit in Saban's last year or so.
Well, so let's address it. We'll talk again. I mean, this is we won't spend this much time on every team, but this is a hot kind of issue. It wasn't just Saban. There were a lot of assistant coaches that landed jobs, not only NFL but also other college, jobs, great jobs. Yeah. That's for sure part of it too. And just look, Sarkisian at Texas, they're doing great. Lane Kiffin he's fantastic.
Yeah.
It also the change in how you recruited and the players you could get and how you got them. Alabama does not have a ton of NIL money comparatively to the rest of the conference.
That's right. And a lot of their players are leaving. And that's the thing with Saban and any great head coach, they develop them. They develop players. They get better, but now they're not staying. So they got to start this crap. I mean, that's everywhere.
That's everywhere, but that was a spot they could stockpile and have one right after another.
They don't.
It's not a
thing
thing
anymore. Yeah. And the thing to address Curtis's comment, the thing, it's never the head coach, but it's the mystique of the head coach.
Yes, for sure.
And Nick Saban, if you played for Alabama, you bought in to what they were doing, and that's a key thing. Now you got these guys who are still around that played for Saban. He's not there anymore. You lost some games last year, and the first thing you're starting to think of, who is this clown they got in here to take Saban's place? That's
the other thing. The most beloved coach, since Bear Bryant, obviously. And then if you replace him with Kalen DeBoer, and you could say all the great things about him, and I think he's a good coach. But
I do too.
If you're an Alabama fan and it's one like, remember after they beat Georgia, everybody's like, all right, it's all good.
Yep.
I don't care who they hired. If you go lose that game at Vanderbilt, you are in trouble. But they got it. The course was corrected. They were going to the playoff. And you could have said, even if they get beaten the first round of the playoff, you're like, look, it was a decent first year for the guy. He had some hiccups. They got it corrected. They made the playoff, and they went into Norman and got embarrassed. And to me, that is when the bloom, if there ever was a rose for DeBoer, that's when it exploded.
When you look at what they did after Vanderbilt beat them, they went to they played South Carolina. They should have lost that game, but they won.
Yeah.
They stumbled at Tennessee, but Tennessee was damn good, and it's hard to win in there. So that wasn't a bad loss. Then they beat Missouri 34-0. Missouri won 10 games. And the big one was they went to LSU and beat LSU 42-13. So they had it going. They did. And after Oklahoma beat them, they came back and beat Auburn. So they had it going. And it would have looked even better had they beat Michigan in the bowl game. Not that it mattered, but that would have got them to 10 wins, which is good. But they lost that game too.
Yeah.
So the jury is out for sure. And we're going to, I would hate to be him with the pressure that he's got to be under. Of course, he's making tons of money, so that makes it a little easier. But when you look at their schedule, they've got some tough road games. They got to go to Florida State, which they should kill them. We're going to get a good idea of what they are the first week.
I think they'll be okay there.
I do too.
Yeah.
But then you got to go to Georgia. You got to go to South Carolina. You got to go it's not easy to go to Columbia. But
if you lost at Vanderbilt last year,
absolutely.
Columbia is going to be tougher than that from a crowd standpoint.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. I don't think Missouri is as good as they are going to be as good as they've been. No. And then you got LSU on the schedule too, and you are Alabama. So everywhere you go, that game is circled on the other team's calendar. You better be ready to play. And that was that to me. All the signs pointed last year to they weren't ready to play in several games.
Yep.
I do think it all depends on the quarterback. I've got them. What do you say it is? 9.5.
9.5.
They don't have to play Texas. That's good. There are some games that are critical. Are they going to beat Tennessee and Alabama? Are they? Are they going to beat OU? They should. Can they beat LSU? in Tuscaloosa. I got them at 10. I think the 9.5 is exactly where I would go with them. I don't think they're the Alabama what they've been. But I've got them at 10 probably because I'm still not ready to write them off.
I've got them 9. So I'm going to go under. You're going to go over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And some of the reason is I don't know how good some of these teams are that they've got to beat. So 9 and 10 is right in there. If he goes 9, he may be looking for a job.
Mm-hmm. So
he could make the playoffs with 9, though.
Kevin says, "Am I crazy, or is Alabama really, quote unquote Alabama, where they're looked at on everyone want to beat them?" Yes, they still are that. Absolutely. When it comes to the opponents that's playing them. Now, when it comes to us evaluating them, I think Georgia's kind of the new, team. Yeah. But Alabama is still a very, very big deal. Now, they will not be if they continue to slip, but right now they are.
It's going to take 4 or 5 years for that to happen.
Yes, for sure.
They have the name.
Hell, I remember in the early 90s when Oklahoma had bad 5 or 6 just terrible seasons. I remember going on the road once and we got beat and they acted like they had won the damn national championship. And it's like, guys, we're going to win like 5 games, but it was Oklahoma. So that takes a while to drop off.
It does. Yeah. You got to be bad. It's like Nebraska.
Yeah.
It took a long time for them. Mm-hmm. And they've had 20 years of mediocrity, and now it's not a big game on everybody's schedule.
Right. Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, we're 17 minutes in. We've talked about one team. We got to get going.
Some of these are not going to take very long.
Okay. That's why I did 2 conferences at a time this year. I knew it would take a while. All right. Arkansas. Okay. Uh-huh. Out of the frying pan into the fire here when it comes to head coach pressure. The only difference is he doesn't have to quite win 10 games to save his job, but Pittman's in trouble. The over-under set at 5.5. They do, quarterback's back. They hate him anyway.
I don't know why, but they do.
I don't know. Well, he's not very good is why, Taylor Green, but I don't know what to do with Arkansas. I just don't think Arkansas – I think they can get over 5.5 if the schedule wasn't so tough. That's where the problem lies.
It really is. It's a very tough schedule. Why in the hell they scheduled Notre Dame, I will never know. If you are a middle-of-the-road SEC team and you schedule a tough non-conference game, you're out of your mind. You don't have to do that. Beat your teams in your conference.
I mean, that's what everybody else does. I don't know that
Arkansas
has never seem to get that memo. They always seem to play, but this year it's ramped up. I mean,
well, yeah. I mean, they're non-conference. They got a couple of gimmies. Alabama, A&M, Arkansas State won't be easy. They're decent, but come on, an SEC team should whip the piss out of them. Mm-hmm. They should. Mm-hmm. At Memphis, you kidding me? You think that's not going to be a game for Memphis? They're going to be ready for that. They're pretty good anyway. They could lose that game really easy. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't, if I was Oklahoma, I wouldn't want to go there and play Memphis. Mm-hmm. And we think we're better than Arkansas. Mm-hmm. I don't know what we are, but we think we are. And then you got Notre Dame. Now, if somehow they can win those first 3 and Notre Dame comes into Fayetteville, then, that's going to be a heck of a game.
Man, Notre Dame, we'll talk about them next week. They seem to be pretty
good.
Good. I mean, I don't think Arkansas is winning that game.
No, I don't either. You can't. Why would you expect that?
Yeah,
they may play them tough, but their key games are like always. Texas A&M is always a big game for them.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen there.
They got to beat them at home. They got to beat Auburn. They got to beat Mississippi State at home. If they can win those 3, they're 6. If they beat Memphis,
yeah.
But then you look, they got to go to Tennessee. I don't think Tennessee's that good.
They're going to be an interesting team. Yeah.
They got to go to LSU. They got to go to Texas. You just don't think they're going to win those 3 games. They could beat Tennessee. They could.
Maybe.
and they got Missouri at home, and that's a game they could win.
That's a
But you
game
know
they
what?
need
That's the
to
last
win.
game of the year, so
Yeah.
a lot of shit can go down between.
Yeah.
I've got him at 5, but I'm like you. I could see him going 6. So
Yeah.
if the over-under is 5.5, I'm going to be optimistic for him and say that they'll go over. I'll take him at 6.
I went under. I'm going to go under the 5.5. I got him at 5 and 7. Let me ask you this: 5 and 7 or 6 and 6?
Doesn't matter. He's gone.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
They don't like him anyway.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take the Arkansas job. I just wouldn't take it. I'm sorry. We got a lot of Arkansas fans. You expect too much. It takes a hell of a. You got to have a lucky bounce here and there. If you're them in the SEC, and this NIL too, is hurting them.
Yeah, and I feel like
they lost 33 players enter the transfer portal. 33.
Yeah.
You got that's a third of your team is gone.
Yeah.
And you got to replace them. It's not easy. So it's a tough situation. I mean, a great fan base, fantastic facilities.
Yeah.
It's just hard to win in football when you've got a lot of obstacles.
Yeah, I think it's I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I feel like it's just a ceiling that's there.
Yeah.
I feel like you can get to
Well,
9 and 3, 8 and 4.
9. Sure.
Yeah.
And that's good.
Mm-hmm.
We may be saying the same thing about Oklahoma before long.
It feels like that's where we're trending.
Exactly.
At this point, until proven otherwise. Yeah.
Pittman's not in a bad situation. He's got a big buyout. They do can him.
Yeah.
I think he's getting sick of this shit from what I hear him talk. He don't like the NIL. He thinks it's ridiculous. And I mean, he may be better off just taking it easy. And they'll hire old Bobby again.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going here with the Auburn Tigers next. I was surprised by this total. Their total is 7.5.
No way.
I went under 7.5. I couldn't believe it. I thought they would be one of those teams at 6.5 for sure. 7.5. I don't see it with Auburn. So I'm going under 3 straight times.
Okay. And this is not because Jackson Arnold's the quarterback. That's not what I'm basing it on. I think Hugh Freeze is one of the worst coaches in college football. He's a great recruiter. They do have players. I was glancing through the all-conference teams, and they had as many as anyone that's in the bottom, out of the bottom, or the top 4. So they got some players. How many games did they give away last year? Just on stupidity, dumb,
yeah,
stupid mistakes. Their schedule, they got, they got to go to Baylor.
Yeah,
that team last year couldn't beat Baylor.
No, and I think Baylor will beat them.
I do too.
Yeah,
they got to go to OU. OU has to win that game.
Yeah,
if OU's any good, they have to win that game.
Have to win.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Can they go in A&M and win? I don't think so.
See, I even look at Arkansas. I
do too.
I think Arkansas beats them.
I do too.
So if I think Arkansas, who I think is going to go 5 and 7, is going to beat them, how am I going to pick this team to go 8 and 4? So
and they got Georgia, Missouri, and Alabama at home.
Yeah.
They're not going to win all those.
No.
I got them at 6.
Okay. Yeah. No, we're the same there. That's a quick and easy one. And no, I'm with you. I don't know what Jackson Arnold is. I don't hold all of that against him. What happened last year?
No.
But
from what I saw last year, again, we had a lot of injuries. From what I saw last year, I would not be going into it real optimistic that he's going to lead us to the promised land. He
was a turnover machine.
He was.
I mean, and that's just the best way I could put it. I'm not going to dog on him, but he was.
I'm not either because he was
brutal.
He was in an unfair situation with all the injuries. I'll give him that. And a change of scenery might do him some good.
100%. And I think it's going to be, if he goes Auburn and he looks really, really good, boy, is that going to look really, really bad on the people that used to be at Oklahoma.
Oh, no question about it.
All right, let's keep going here. Let's go to Florida. Florida kind of had things going in the right direction towards the end of the season. Still not the end result that they wanted, but now they are here looking to be a definitely an improved team. 7.5 though. That's pretty high. What do you think?
Oh, their schedule is brutal.
That's what I took from it.
It's as hard as OU's. At LSU, at Miami, they got 2 difficult non-conference games.
See, and they're like Arkansas in that way.
Well, I know Florida State has been down except for a couple of years ago, but you got them every year. Yeah. Why do you want to go play somebody else? So let's go play Miami. Why? It doesn't make sense. And you got to go there. So you got at LSU, out at Miami, at Texas A&M.
Yeah.
You got Georgia. You got to go to Mississippi. And at home, you got Texas, Tennessee, and Florida State. You can be damn good and win 7.
Yeah.
That's what I got him at, is 7. I really like Billy Napier. I think he's a good coach. That schedule's brutal. I don't think they're good enough.
I'm with you. I think they're a good team.
Me too. I don't want to play them.
Yeah, I think they're a good team. But they have a stretch of 4 games. So they have 2 kind of games that'll be very easy. Right. Then here's games 3, 4, 5, and 6. At LSU, at Miami, Texas at home, at Texas A&M. They may not win one and be good, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying most teams in the country would be happy to split those 4.
So let's say they split. So now they're 4-2. Then they play Mississippi State. So they beat them.
Yeah, they could beat them.
Then they have to go play Georgia in a game they haven't,
No.
Yeah. Then they go to Kentucky. Okay, you could win that. I don't think you're going to Ole Miss and win.
Why not? Well, if they don't, you're looking at a losing season.
I think you're looking at like 7-5, and they could be pretty good. So
I think if they go 7-5, they've done all they can do.
I kind of agree. I'm going under the 7.5. And again, I don't have confidence.
No, I like Napier. I do a lot, and I hope I'm dead wrong, but I don't know.
All right, let's go Georgia next. A team that's interesting. Obviously, they lost Carson Beck, which I think is a positive.
Depends on what they've got.
Well, listen, I think Bennett was. I think he could be. I don't think it could be worse than Beck. I really don't. Georgia's at 9.5.
Are they falling? Do you think they're falling a little bit?
I don't think they're falling.
Are they still on a pedestal like they were?
I think they're going to be pretty good.
I do too. And a lot of it has to do with the schedule. They got a really good schedule. They're non-conference, piece of cake. They do have Georgia Tech at the end of the season. That's always a tough game, but come on.
I mean, if they're good,
the toughest non-conference game or team, your non-conference schedule is pretty easy.
Yeah.
The only road game they got is at Tennessee. I mean, of teams that are really good. They got Alabama, Texas, and Florida at home.
Yeah, which you may not win all of them, but
no, you may not. But say you win 2, and you go to Tennessee, and I think Tennessee on paper doesn't look as good. That's 11.
Yeah,
if you take care of business.
Yeah, I mean, Alabama, Ole Miss, Florida, Texas. I mean, you could slip up once at home for sure.
You could, could, and I don't think they're quite what they've been. But looking at that schedule, they're gonna be good on defense.
I mean, they have 3 true road games. Only 3.
Yes,
the Florida game is at a neutral site. So
yeah,
and again, you're looking at Tennessee, who we're very questionable on. Auburn, who we just talked about, we don't think they're going to be very good. and Mississippi State, who's not. I don't see that happening. I mean, it's a very easy schedule for a 9.5 win total.
Yeah, I got them over.
And listen, when we say easy schedule for SEC standards, it's easy.
For SEC standards, absolutely.
Yeah. When you look at Florida's and then you look at Georgia's, it's a big difference. I'm sorry.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
I've got them over.
Or Arkansas's. I mean, yeah. So, all right, Georgia.
Of the 4 contenders, the top 4 teams, Texas, LSU, Alabama, and Georgia, their schedule's easiest.
Agree. 100%.
It's all going to depend on how good is their quarterback. If he's good enough, they might win the conference.
They won the conference last year with Carson Beck. I keep going back to that. Like, he's got to be better. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I know.
It's just like, I don't know. That's just where I'm at with it.
Well, I got him over 9.5. I
got him over 9.5.
I didn't even think about going lower.
All right, Kentucky next, and this is
brutal.
They look. I don't see any hope for them. What do you think? I mean,
well, we've said this years and years. Mark Stoops should have left a long time ago, but I think he likes it there.
Yeah, he's gonna have a new job though. That's a thing. That's the thing. You can like it at some place, but at some point you have to leave.
You don't like it when you're losing.
Yeah, their total's 4.5, and I think they go under.
I've got them at 4.
Yeah,
their schedule's tough. Now they're non-conference. You do have Louisville, and Louisville's passed them by. They used to be able to just beat Louisville. I mean, they had Louisville's number, but I don't think so anymore. So you got 3 wins, games you can win in the non-conference, but I just don't see much in the conference where they're going to win because they got South Carolina, Georgia, Auburn, Vanderbilt, all on the road, and then they got Texas, Tennessee, Florida, and Ole Miss at home.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
It's hard to find more than one on there. They could eke out a couple, I guess, but he's a great coach. Do you think maybe he might just decide this where I'm going to retire?
I don't know.
He's got to be 60 probably. I mean, maybe older.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this will be his last year because he stayed too long. That's
you think they'll fire him?
Yes, absolutely.
How can you fire the winningest coach in your history?
When you win 3 or 4 games and you weren't very good the year before, and then
they won 4 last year. When you look at it, I think they give him 1 more year.
He's out. All right, LSU next on the list here, 8.5 for LSU this year. Another guy that's going to be out if he doesn't make the playoff, in my opinion, is Brian Kelly. Fair or not, I think that's what it's going to be. I don't think they like him. So 8.5.
They like anybody.
I think they like whoever wins the national championship.
Yeah, and then they hate you the next year. So
yes.
Well, how many you think he's got to make the playoffs?
I think
he makes the playoffs, he survives.
Yes.
I don't think Brian Kelly gives a shit whether he survives or not, if you want to know the truth.
I think he does.
I think he knows he'll land somewhere. Anyway, I think they make the playoffs.
Really? You've got them that high. Okay. All right.
Well, I just look at their schedule.
I've got them over 8.5 for sure.
Well, okay, let's look. That game with Clemson, that's a big game. It's at Clemson. It's not on a neutral site.
Mm-hmm.
They've lost their last 5 opening games.
They're not winning that game.
I don't think they are either.
No.
If Clemson's as good as what they're saying. But then so you start looking, the rest of the non-conference, no problem. You got Florida at home, South Carolina at home, Texas A&M home, Arkansas at home. So, Florida, South Carolina, and Texas A&M are all teams that can beat you. But you got them at home. So you got to go to Mississippi, you got to go to Vanderbilt, you got to go to Alabama, and you got to go to Oklahoma. That's not extremely tough.
It's middle of the road. I think it swings on how, because OU's unknown and Ole Miss is unknown. So I think, is it tough swings on those 2 schools?
It does. But don't you think, I think Ole Miss is going to drop.
It feels like
Yeah,
I don't think they're going to
lost,
drop off the face of the earth,
no,
but I don't think they're going to be great.
they lost a ton.
Yeah.
I got them at 10.
See, I've got them at 9. So
Well, that's
both are
over.
going over.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know
I
that
see no way. I can't see how they can't win 9 unless the quarterback gets hurt.
I was going to say I can see a way. I mean, but
They're better than that.
I think 9. I'm
What
with
they
you.
won last year? 9.
Yeah, I think we're
You
both.
think they're better than that this year?
I don't know. They could be the same.
Well, that's still over.
Yes, we're both over. Yeah, for sure. All right, let's go to Mississippi State next year. 3.5 set for Mississippi State. You know, I look at that. I kind of looked at them a little bit, just thinking, okay, can they make a little bit of a step forward? I think they're going to be better, but I mean, when you get to this point in the SEC, it's tough to come back when you got to play all these teams, and their schedule is
It's horrible.
Hard. Yeah.
They got all of them.
Yeah.
And they got Arizona State on their non-conference.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they won the other 3. That's only 3 games I see them winning. They could go to Southern Miss and get beat.
They could.
Did you see them winning a conference game? They'll have to slip up on somebody.
I mean, I just look at it and go Tennessee, no. At A&M, no. At Florida, no. Texas home, no. I don't. Maybe at Arkansas, I don't think so, though.
I don't think so.
Georgia, at Missouri, no. I don't.
The only one would be that grudge game there at the end of the season. Mississippi may not be real good. They might slip up on them. They may be.
I can't. If Mississippi has a disastrous year and they don't care, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
But if Mississippi is even remotely decent, they won't lose that game.
Yeah. They weren't very competitive last year.
No.
They beat Massachusetts and Eastern Kentucky.
Yeah.
I got them at 3. I'm going under.
Manla says Jeff Lebby will be a sought-after offensive coordinator.
Right.
Yeah, I would say so. I'd say that's
well, he's another guy that he just wanted to be a head coach, but he didn't think.
Agree.
You don't go there.
So
why do you go there?
Yeah, agree.
That's no knock on Mississippi State. You put them in another conference, they'd be pretty good. But
I have a theory. And I have no knowledge at all that this is correct. Okay. Remember when that Art Briles shit happened?
Oh, yeah.
I think OU kind of was done with him.
You're probably right.
And I have no idea if that's accurate or not. It just kind of felt that way.
Yeah.
Because they just kind of, I don't know, it just didn't feel right after that. Not for me. I didn't give a shit. But just around that whole thing.
They didn't like him that way. Well, anyway there. But
newsflash, he was a hell of a lot better than what we saw last year.
Didn't say he was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he would have been better off going to like a Sunbelt school or somewhere like that.
He'd be better off going anywhere than where he did.
If you want to be a head coach that bad, don't go. It's just a tough job.
Well, a lot of money too involved.
Well, I'm sure it is, but at the same time, you may be making that kind of money again or less, and your reputation's ruined, and you got a lot of headaches that you're enduring as well.
Yeah,
and I think the NIL has killed programs like Mississippi State.
Mm-hmm.
That's the schools that are getting killed. So.
Okay, let's keep going. Okay. Yeah, our favorite
down here,
Missouri, who we always root for bad things to happen to. They're next, and they were disappointing versus expectations last year for sure.
Yeah,
still a good season though for Missouri.
Yes, 10 wins for you better believe it.
Yeah, very good season. 7.5. The total for Missouri.
Yeah. They didn't play a very tough schedule last year.
No.
I agree. Bedlow, no doubt.
Just for a second, I'll hop in there. Most people don't realize that until they deal with them.
Yeah.
And I'll go on. Just leave it at that.
Yeah. Yeah. Of all the places we've ever been on the road, this is the worst.
He's right. And Pedlo is right. They are the worst. Go ahead. Yeah.
For somebody that hadn't done anything.
That's the thing. Look, it's like, hey, these Alabama fans, they were rude. Well, they're really good. So
they have
get
a
them.
right to be rude.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like, oh, these LSU people are ruthless. Well, they're actually a program. Missouri, not so much.
No.
Yeah.
Well, they should go 4-0 in the non-conference. They have
For
Central
sure.
Arkansas, Massachusetts, Louisiana, and Kansas all at home.
By the way, I am happy to see Kansas, Missouri's back.
Well, I am too, but I really don't care. Anyway, so I could care less.
Okay.
I never liked either one of them very much. So anyway, okay, so there's 4.
Yeah.
If they can beat Kansas, and Kansas, I don't know how they are. I haven't really looked at the Big 12 much yet.
Mm-hmm.
So you got those 4. You got South Carolina sandwiched in there. Say you win those first 3, then here comes South Carolina. Can't you beat them in Columbia?
Yeah, sure. So
well,
that's you should be 5-0. You should be.
You could.
Yeah.
I'm saying they probably won't be, but you should. They're not going to beat Alabama. I don't care to play them on the moon. They're not going to beat them. Okay, they got to go to Auburn, but they got to go in. Can't they beat Vanderbilt?
Yeah, but you could split those road games.
Yeah,
so they're
6-1.
6-2 if they split.
Oh yeah, 6-2.
Yeah.
So they got A&M at home. You don't know what A&M's going to do.
Well, if you get to this point and you're 6-2, you got A&M at home, Mississippi State at home, at OU at Arkansas. You could split those.
Their schedule is not that difficult.
Yeah, I think they can win 8.
I do too.
Yeah.
So what are they at?
7.5. So
they're right on that line. If things break well, they'll win 8.
Yeah.
If something goes wrong, that Texas A&M game's huge. They got to win that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they could go to OU and win, but by the time that game comes around,
you don't know what either team will be like then. No.
I'm going over. I'm going 8.
I'm with you. I'm going over as well.
And I will say this. A 7-5 Florida team is much better than an 8-4 Missouri team.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And this is where the imbalance of the schedule, these super conferences are crazy.
And that's where fans just don't understand.
Exactly. And then let's get to the biggest one for us. That's Oklahoma. Another just a brutal schedule.
Oh, terrible.
6.5 is what the line is set on, which is shows you how far we have fallen. That Vegas believes if Oklahoma goes 7-5, it's a good year.
And yeah, if you're realistic, everybody who has seen them, and I'm talking about people not connected with Oklahoma, say they look so much better.
They do.
Everybody is saying that. People in the SEC are saying it.
That's the thing. Like, I think people around the country are higher on Oklahoma than the people in Oklahoma.
Well, me and you, for sure.
Well, even our media is the ones I listen to are very.
Oh, they're pessimistic.
Let's wait and see.
Yeah, wait and see.
Yeah.
You know, they have Michigan on the schedule, and to their defense, that was a game that was scheduled way before they entered the SEC.
Yeah.
I think it's the key game.
I do too.
If they beat them, that's going to springboard them a little bit. There are the 3 non-conference games. They have to win those. They're easy.
Yep.
You know, then they've got at South Carolina, at Tennessee, at Alabama. They don't play Georgia. And then home, they've got Michigan, Texas, Missouri. They don't have Texas at home. It's in Dallas.
Yeah.
Michigan, they got to go to Dallas, play Texas. They got Missouri, and they got LSU. So those are, I mean, they got others, but they got to win 5 games other than the 3. And if they beat Michigan, then they got to go win 4.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole key to me is Michigan. If they beat Michigan, then suddenly they're going to think they're pretty good, which means a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There's some confidence, because you can't tell me they haven't lost their confidence, because I know they have. 6.5, I got them over. I think they're going to win 7, maybe 8.
Yeah, I got them 7-5. I don't think they'll beat Michigan. We'll talk about Michigan. We talk about Michigan in a minute. I don't think OU's beating them.
If they don't beat them, then the gates may, the floodwaters may. It's all going to depend on how good's their quarterback. If Mateer is good, and the running back they got from California, they're so high on him, but he's coming off an injury, so you don't know. But everybody that's seen him said he's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And if they can develop a receiver or two, and they got the whiz kid from Washington State as the OC, the offensive coordinator, we don't know if he's that great.
Yep.
But their defense was good enough to win 8 games last year.
Until they face somebody that could throw.
Right. But this league doesn't have a lot of that.
Or until they had a quarterback go 95 on them in the Navy game.
I'm trying to erase that from my memory.
I'll give you a hot take.
Well,
I don't think the defense is as good as people think it is.
Well, they're going to have to prove it. Yeah. But it's better than it was 3 or 4 years ago.
Yes. I think if the defense is complemented by the offense, they will be.
And there'll be a better defense if the offense can do some stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't get me wrong. Their defense was put in some just horrific situations.
When you go 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, time after time after time.
Well, what I'm saying is, I think a lot of people think the defense is elite. I think it's more like top 30.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's horrible. I think they've made steady progress. I don't think it's some kind of shut you down defense.
Yeah.
I just think it's okay.
Yep. Gonna be interesting.
To me, I think that I think the Michigan game is pivotal for sure.
It's the one.
That Texas goes without saying. Then I think, at South Carolina, at Tennessee, Alabama. What is South Carolina and what is Tennessee? And what is Alabama? I mean, that's the thing.
Okay, if you're any
good, they get a break and those teams aren't quite as good.
Yeah,
they could maybe win a game or two there. I
mean, if you're good, why in the world can't you go to South Carolina and win?
You can.
You have to.
You can. Yes.
You've got to beat Auburn at home. You've got to beat Mississippi at home. You have to. You have to beat Missouri at home.
You have to. Yeah.
And you take your chances at Alabama and with LSU.
Yeah. And if Tennessee's a good version of Tennessee, that'll be really tough.
Take your chances there too.
But I mean, I don't have any confidence
that
we're going to do that.
How can you?
Because even our best season under Venables, we went to Kansas and lost.
That's right.
We went to Oklahoma State, who was not very good, and lost.
Yes. So
it's hard for me to say, hey, yeah, we're going to go to Tennessee, Alabama, South Carolina and win all these games. We're going to go beat Texas and we're going to beat Michigan. I mean, I don't see it. I think 7-5. Yeah, which is over, but also a new coach, I think, if we're 7-5.
I don't think there's any choice.
Okay. No.
I'm afraid. I don't like to say that, but I'm afraid that might happen.
All right, a tremendous outlook.
I think 8 saves him.
You think 8 saves him?
Yeah. How the mighty have fallen.
I think honest to God, 8 is the absolute worst case scenario.
What do you mean?
Because then you're on the bubble of what do we do?
I don't think they fire him if they win 8.
But you also might prolong another year of mediocrity that you kind of know that, you know what I mean? Where if he goes like 6 or 6 and 6, 7 and 5, it's like, okay, yeah, no doubt. Or then let's think positive, 9-3, 10-2. Yeah. Okay. We made progress.
Okay, let's say you go 8-4. Ugh. This makes a difference too. And you blow a couple of games that you should have won by stupidity, stupid mistakes, bonehead coaching decisions.
Yeah.
That weighs a lot into it.
I don't know. I think 8-4 is your worst case scenario of the season.
Okay.
Because then maybe you commit to keeping him, and then Navy beats you in a bowl again, and then they're 8-5, and it's like, oh no, you know what I mean? That's just where I'm at with it.
If we're 8-4, Navy's not going to beat us in a bowl.
Okay, Army will beat us this year.
No, they won't.
I'm sorry. Like, people are like, oh, who cares? This Navy. It's like, that is so embarrassing. That is just, I don't know why I'm the only one that's embarrassed by that. But
I think it's because no one paid attention to it. But it was terrible.
I just feel like
after they dominated the first quarter too, after Oklahoma dominated.
And it just, I don't know, like that game there, it's just like, yeah, they're not. No. He's not getting through to these guys. That's where I was at with it. But oh well.
We'll see.
It's just a bowl. Who cares? All right, Ole Miss next. We've been talking about Ole Miss throughout because I think that how Ole Miss is going to be really pivotal to how some other teams.
Oh, a lot of teams are. That's right.
Yeah, because it's like all of a sudden, shit, if they're good, it's like, uh-oh, that could be a loss. Very inexperienced, but I think they've got players, honestly. I don't think they're going to fall off. I think like 8-4 is very, very doable.
Well, I think a lot of people are thinking they're falling off because the expectations were through the roof.
Well, and the over-under is 8.5 here for Ole Miss. So I have to go under, but I think they'll be right there. What about you?
Yeah. Other non-conference schedule is doable, but it's a little harder than it was last year.
Mm-hmm.
Tulane is a tough out, but they lost their quarterback. I think Mississippi beats them because it's in Oxford. Washington State comes in there. I think they're going to drop off the face of the map.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got the Citadel and Georgia State. So give them 4 wins there. So
exactly,
they got to find 5 more.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't happening. I'm going under.
It seems tough to try to go over when they put everything into last year and it ended how it ended. So it's hard for me as well. But, they got Arkansas as at home. It should be a win. LSU's at home. I mean, they can win that game. South Carolina at home, Florida at home. It's like those are games you look at and go, yeah, that definitely could win, but will they? I don't know.
That's just it.
But the road games at Georgia, at Oklahoma, at Mississippi State, at Kentucky, you certainly can split those. So I think 8 wins.
Go over easy. If things
8 wins is
break right.
Yeah, I think 8 wins is totally. Now, can they get to 9? I don't know. And that's why I went under. So
yeah. I think it's got too many question marks.
Yeah, they've recruited well, and they're going to be good on offense. So
they lost a lot of players.
Yes, they did.
Because they loaded up for last year.
All right, let's go to South Carolina next.
Is it dumb to say they overachieved?
I think they overachieved.
Their schedule's pretty tough.
It's very tough this year for sure. 7.5 is what it's set on.
They got Clemson, OU, and Alabama are tough home games.
Mm-hmm.
I think they play Virginia Tech. It's at a neutral site. At Missouri, at LSU, at A&M, at Ole Miss. I got them under. I got them at 7.
Yeah, like I said, it's going to be a very tough schedule. You've got. I'm not a total believer in them yet.
You can't because they've never done anything. But.
Yeah, I don't think they go to Missouri or LSU and win. I don't think they go to Ole Miss and win.
Mm-mm. They're high on their quarterback. I mean, he's okay, but can he get them to the upper echelon of the SEC? I don't think so.
I don't either.
No. I got him at 7.
All right. We're both going under on the Darlings, South Carolina. All right. I thought this was a very, very tough team to deal with. Talking about Tennessee. Of course, the Nico situation happens. Okay.
They'll rally around that, I think.
They're at 8.5.
No, I don't know about that.
That's where I'm at. I can't. I think they're like an 8-4 type this year.
They got a tricky game to start the season with Syracuse. But Syracuse lost.
Syracuse is going to be awful.
Yeah, they lost everything.
Yeah.
So then the other ones are, East Tennessee State, UAB, New Mexico State. Okay, 4-0. You got 4 right there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Their schedule's not that. A key game for them, will they beat Oklahoma in Knoxville? And you got to think why would you think they wouldn't?
I think they will.
And then their road games. Okay, they're at Mississippi State. They got to win that. Alabama, probably not. At Kentucky and at Florida. That's a huge game for Florida and them.
Yeah.
And then they got Georgia at home, Arkansas at home, OU at home, and Vanderbilt at home. That schedule is not awful. So they're right on. I've got them at 8. And I thought I was optimistic putting them at 8.
Okay. Can I ask you a stupid question, though?
Well, probably not stupid.
Because, I mean, this is a team that made the playoffs last year, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you think they were very good last year?
No.
I didn't either.
I thought it was a pretty damn good coaching job.
I agree. But I look at this team this year, and I don't think they're as good as last year. And
No,
I didn't think they were very good last year.
Well, they only got 3 starters back on offense.
Yeah.
Now, they do have 7 on defense, but they lost those studs on the defensive line.
Right.
So the reason I think it was such a great coaching job is Heupel didn't coach the way he usually coaches. He was very conservative on offense because I don't think he thought the quarterback was any good.
Well, why would he think he's any good?
Well, I don't know. That's why I don't think
he was not very good.
Well, obviously they didn't think he was very good because they let him go. I think they thought, well, you know what, he's okay, but we're not going to throw away the future on him.
So Derek's saying they backed out of a home and home with Nebraska, which is interesting. I did not know that. So that is interesting. I don't know why they would I don't know why you would do that, really, but
well, Derek, I guarantee you they weren't afraid of Nebraska.
There you go. There you go, Derek. He's always shooting you down there.
No, Nebraska's not what they used to be.
Well, it is weird though. I'm saying it's strange.
It is.
I'm going under 8.5. I don't think they're going to be all that good.
Well, I am too. I went 8.
Okay. Texas A&M, the most overrated team every single year.
Yep.
They're sitting at 7.5.
Yep.
I mean, that's right there. They're going to go 8-4, 7-5, most likely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So which side are they on?
Always a swing team. Will they win the games they're slightly favored in, or will they lose? That's always the key to them. If they can win all the swing games, with swing games, I'm talking about South Carolina at home, Florida at home, at Arkansas, at Missouri. If they win all 4 of those, which they never do, but if they do, they're right there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're going to go to Notre Dame and win. And, they could always beat LSU. They could.
Mm-hmm.
It's at LSU, though. I have them at 7, but they're one of the. This is one you don't waste your money on because you just don't know what they're going to do.
Yeah. I mean, 7.5. Like I said, it's about right. If they were, if they were 8.5, I'd just go under. But 7.5 is hard. Yeah, I think they'll be right on that line.
I do too.
All right, Texas is next. They are a slight favorite. I was kind of surprised they are. Well, I guess I'm not that surprised, but they are the favorite to win the SEC. They are sitting there over under at 9.5, which shows you they think it's wide open because them and Georgia both sitting there at 9.5 with Bama at 9.5 as well.
Oh, it is right. Yeah.
Yeah, in this conference. Texas, they've lost some weapons. There's no doubt about it.
A bunch of weapons.
Yep. They're not. They shouldn't be quite as good on the defensive line this year either.
Oh.
Have they improved at quarterback? I kind of think maybe, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Over 9.5. What do you think? Over under.
They got 3 starters back on offense, 5 on defense.
Yeah, I mean they've lost a lot of guys.
They lost 14 players.
Yeah,
they had a ton of them that were drafted into the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So again, everything is based on this guy being a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
And we've talked about this a lot. We didn't think Ewers, or whatever his name was that good. He wasn't that good. Why wasn't this guy playing?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's loyalty and other things. And I admired that a lot. Ewers was what, a 6th round draft pick?
Yeah.
Obviously, the NFL didn't think much of him either. If this guy is the second coming of Peyton Manning, why wasn't he playing?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, if I'm a Texas fan and this son of a bitch comes out and he lights it up, then I'm looking at the coach and I'm going, we could have won national championship if you'd been playing this guy.
When you think about how close they were, that's not inaccurate.
That's the first thing I'm thinking. Where was this guy?
Yes. Yes.
I don't think he's that good. I don't. Because I've got confidence that if he was, Sark would have been playing him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Sark's an idiot.
I don't either.
No, I think he would have played him. I don't think loyalty had anything to do with you got a team that's close to winning a national championship 2 years in a row.
Mm-hmm.
But they are good. They're much better than what they've been. They've recruited well. They get in the portal and they do well. 3 tough road games.
Yeah.
And the first one will decide how good they are.
Mm-hmm.
If they go to Columbus and beat Ohio State, they're pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to know for sure. I think the game at Florida is tough. Going to be tough for them. It is wait a minute. Let me look here. Florida is before the OU game.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got to go to Georgia. So Ohio State and Georgia, that's going to be tough.
Not exactly easy games. No.
If they win both of those, they're going to be undefeated probably. They're good enough to go into Ohio State and Athens and win them both.
Mm-hmm.
They're damn good.
Mm-hmm.
9.5.
Mm-hmm.
I got them over.
Yeah, I have them winning 10 games. I think they catch Ohio State at a perfect time because
they don't know what their quarterback is or what he's going to be.
Right. Yeah. So I think that's a good time to catch. I mean, there's no reason for me, at least, to think they're going to beat Georgia at Georgia. They lost to them twice last year. The Texas OU game, that should be a tougher game for them this year. We'll see.
Should be. If OU's any good at all, that game's always tough. I don't care what. And
the same thing if OU's a favorite, if Texas is any good at all. I mean, if either team has a pulse, it's a tough game.
It's always tough.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not that high on them, but I know they're pretty good. I've seen them. I hate to admit it, but they're pretty good.
I've got them over 9.5. I think that's smart. Yeah.
I do too. He's got the program built to where they're going to be good every week. So
All right. Last one.
They may lose a game somewhere.
Oh, 100% they could. And if Manning isn't, that, let's just say that good, whatever that means, they could go under. They could. They definitely could if he's overhyped. Definitely.
Yeah.
You just don't know yet.
Nope.
Vanderbilt, last one, 5.5.
I got them under.
Yeah, I don't think they'll be as good this year.
I think that's a program, you win 7, it's fantastic. Very difficult to come back and do it again.
Yep. All right. I'm going to put the Big Ten up on the screen here. My goodness, there's so many teams. We got to go fast. We got to be done by 12:30. Okay. God.
Well, it took an hour to SEC because we're more interested in it, so we can kind of maybe go through these faster.
There you go. So who wins the SEC?
Well, there's 4 teams.
Well, out of the 4, who's going to win it?
I've got Penn State winning it. That's unpopular, probably, but
no, the SEC, not the Big
Ten. SEC. I have Georgia.
I have Georgia as well. Okay,
mainly because they got those tough games at home.
Yeah, I agree. All right, let's get to it. The Big Ten is where we'll start.
Okay.
Like I said, this is how many teams are in this thing?
18.
Good God. All right. So we'll start with Illinois.
Well, we could get the shitty ones out of the way first.
Let's just not spend a ton of time on any of them.
Well, I think we can do that.
Okay, Illinois is at 7.5.
I've seen several magazines that have them in the top 25.
Yes, I have two.
Can you comfortably put Illinois in the top 25?
No, I can put them.
either.
I can put them over 7.5.
Yeah,
But I couldn't put them over 8.5, which tells you I think 8 and 4 is what they're going.
yeah. I mean, I think they did a tremendous job winning what they did last year. Their quarterback, I do like him. He's very gutty.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how talented he is. Their schedule isn't that tough. They don't have Michigan. They don't have Oregon.
Yeah.
On the schedule. They got Ohio State at home. I don't think that means anything. I think because of their schedule, I've got them at 8, so I'm going over.
Yeah, I think you go over. I think they'll be decent. I think they'll be a tough team to beat.
They're very well coached.
Yeah. For whatever reason, he up in the Big Ten schools, he's done very well. So
yeah, he's won everywhere, but
everywhere but Arkansas. Yeah,
might ought to tell you something.
I mean, we discussed that that's not an easy job. All right. Indiana will be a very interesting team this year. They're at 8.5. Do we kind of sell Indiana this year?
No. Oh, you sell them? You mean write them off?
Yes.
Definitely.
You don't think they'll be near as good?
No.
I don't either.
They're going to win 3. This is the first 3 games. Old Dominion.
Yeah.
Kennesaw State, Indiana State. There's 3.
Yep. That's 3. And he set that up for the next several years to do that.
Well, that's what you need to do.
I agree.
Indiana. Why would you go play anybody you can't beat?
Yes, exactly.
Conference. It's just stupidity.
Yep.
Especially with the playoff system the way it is now, they made it last year, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
They got to go to Iowa. They got to go to Oregon. They got to go to Penn State. And they don't have Michigan, and they don't have Ohio State. So their schedule's decent.
Yeah.
Decent. But I'm thinking they're going to lose all 3 of those. And they're going to slip up somewhere else.
Yep.
So I think aren't they having a new quarterback too? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Was it again? 7.5?
8.5.
No, under.
Me too. I went 8 and 4 at best. Yeah. I'm going under.
I got them 7 and 5.
All right. Well, here we go. Iowa. You talk about Iowa now. Congratulations.
Well, I'm not as high on them this year. They lost a ton of players.
Well,
they did get a quarterback I think's interesting.
Okay, go ahead.
He came in from South Dakota State.
Yeah.
This guy's, I've seen him play.
Yeah, he's prolific. I remember watching him in the playoffs. Yeah.
That makes him kind of exciting.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I mean, think what they got if they got somebody that can do anything at quarterback, if they're solid as usual, wherever across the line.
Yeah.
Key game for them, I think, is week 2 at Iowa State.
Yeah, agreed.
That usually is a really key game.
It's a swing game for both teams. Yep.
The thing with Iowa, they can lose anywhere against the average teams.
Yeah.
And they can, anywhere. Like take Minnesota, for example.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter where you play them, they can lose.
Minnesota. Totally.
That's the problem with them. They got to win those games.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to beat Penn State
Mm-mm.
and Oregon. They don't have talent to do it. Now, they do have both of them at home.
It doesn't matter. They don't have the speed.
No, whenever you're out athleted. Yes. You're going to lose. What are they? What is it?
They're at 7.5.
Hawkeyes, I hate to do this to you, but I got you at 7.
Okay, I do too. I think they'll just be average, like always.
Well, they're going to be a tough 7.
Okay. Yeah. Look, I think 7 and 5. If they could go 8 and 4,
there's no doubt about it.
They could. Okay.
I've got them at 7 because I've got Iowa State beating them.
I do too.
Which is dumb because they hardly ever do. But
they beat them last year, though.
They did on a 60-yard field goal.
Yeah, it was a miracle win.
Say that might be a fluke.
We'll get ready for 14-10 or 17-14
Oh, no
or
doubt.
20-17.
Always take the under. Take the
Yeah.
under in the Iowa game.
Yes, for sure. All right. This is for me one of the more irrelevant teams in college football. I always forget they even exist. Maryland. And that's no offense if you're a Maryland fan. That's just a me thing. Oh yeah, Maryland, they play football. So Maryland, what do you think?
Well, they have a football team. 3 easy non-conference games.
Yep.
What are they? Are they 6.5?
I'm trying to find them. I can't even find them on this list I'm looking at.
Too.
Maybe they don't care. They got to be below Florida. Let's see. Keep talking here.
Again, they're just the same every year.
Yeah.
I don't see any hope for them.
It's just boring. They're very boring to me.
They got a quarterback too. I got them at 5.
Well, I got them at nothing. I cannot find them. I really don't think they're listed. My guess is they're at 5.5.
Yeah, I would think so.
If I had a guess, I would say 5.5.
Yeah. I got them at 5. And that's kind of what they are.
Okay. Well, let's go under 5.5.
No,
and if they're higher than that, then definitely under.
Yeah.
Okay. Good segment there. Michigan State is
like
next.
You said, they're irrelevant.
Well, here's another one that they didn't used to be, but they kind of feel like they are now. Michigan State's at 5.5. What do you think about them?
Well, they made a terrible mistake hiring that one coach. He had that one good year and then gave him that big contract. Anyway.
Yeah.
3 games they should win in the non-conference. Same thing as these other teams. What are they?
They're 5.5.
I got them at 5.
Same. Yeah, I'm with you on that one as well. All right. I'm buying in on this next team. Tell me I'm crazy if you think. Michigan.
You really are?
I am. Well, let me explain why.
Enlighten me why you are.
Okay, let me explain why. I feel like if they would have had any quarterback play last year, they would have been in the playoff. Because when you watch them, you would just look at them and go, God, if they had anybody back there, because every game they dominated the line of scrimmage, every single game.
So you're thinking this guy's going to be great.
I think if Bryce Underwood is I think if he is average to a little bit above average, they're going to be really good. Because I'm talking about, can this kid come in, don't have a ton of turnovers, and throw for about 200 yards a game? If so, I think they're going to be really good because they have everything else.
Yeah.
The defense should be really good. They're good up front again.
Well, we know they're going to be good there.
Yeah. They're over unders 8.5. So I'm going over 8.5.
Other than Ohio State, every team on every conference school had a losing record in the conference last year. All the rest of them that they play.
Yeah.
Just run down it.
Yeah.
At Nebraska, Washington, at USC, Wisconsin, at Michigan State, Purdue, at Northwestern, at Maryland. That's their non-conference schedule. No Oregon, no Penn State, and you got Ohio State at home.
Mm-hmm.
The schedule is there for them. If they beat Oklahoma, they will be in the playoffs. There is no question. That's a huge game. What is it again? 10?
No, 8.5.
Oh, I got them over that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They go over.
Yeah. With that schedule, if the quarterback comes through, that's the big if. If he comes through, they may win the conference. They might.
I think they've got a shot.
Yep.
I think they've got a shot.
The schedule is just lays right out there for them.
Yep, agree. All right, we got to keep going though. We have to be done by 12:30. So Minnesota is next. Another team that they're kind of like Iowa. They're kind of the same every year.
Oh, they're the same.
Yep.
What is it? 6.5?
Let's see. As I was watching Saratoga, I forgot to look up here what Minnesota is. I would say it's going to be 6.5 or 5.5. 6.5.
6.5.
Yeah. What do you think?
Two tough teams on the road, Ohio State and Oregon. By the way, when you're not very good, you just well play them on the road because you're not going to be able to home anyway.
Agree.
You want the teams you can beat at home.
Agree.
Like, you don't want to go to Northwestern. You want them at
Mhm.
home. Go ahead and get your ass beat Ohio State and Oregon. You're not going to win anyway. So
Right.
that's what you want. Keys for them: can they beat Nebraska? Can they beat Wisconsin? And can they beat Iowa? If they can beat those three, they're going to have a really good year for Minnesota.
Mhm.
6.5, you said?
Mm-hmm.
I'm over.
Yeah, I think they go 7-5. I was over as well
Yep.
with Minnesota. All right, team, everybody's been waiting for, at least Derek has. Nebraska coming in on a year trying to build. They did get better year one from year two. Can they get better now year two from year three? Look, Derek's a fan of the site, or the show at least.
Yeah.
All right. Nebraska, they're sitting at 7.5, so that would be progress if they get over. What do you think?
They got a shot at it for sure.
Okay. Now give us your honest opinion, though.
I'm going to.
Okay.
That first game is in Arrowhead.
Yeah.
And they play Cincinnati.
I think they'll win that game.
And the Kelsey brothers are fired up about it.
Yeah, right.
Heard them talking about it today.
Really?
Yeah. They have to win that game.
Yeah, I think they're going to win that game.
They better, because they're not going to win very many if they don't win that one.
Right.
And that's not going to be easy because Cincinnati's got a pulse, but they dropped a lot last year. Then they got Akron and Houston Christian. I think they win those two.
Mm-hmm.
All right. They could easily be 3-0 with the Wolverines coming to town on September. Weren't they 3-0 last year when the Illinois came to town and beat them?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Yep. See, here's the deal. I don't think they're beating Michigan.
No.
But if Michigan doesn't have a quarterback, then they could. But I'm projecting that they do.
Yep. Yeah. They don't have Oregon. They don't have Ohio State. It's all going to depend.
Mm-hmm.
Will they beat Michigan State in Lincoln? Sure.
Yes.
Can they go to Maryland and win? Yes.
Yeah.
Minnesota. Well, that's a swing game. They have to beat Northwestern at home. Here's the key one. USC comes to Nebraska. Will they win that game? Mm-hmm. Who knows? They're at UCLA. They don't look to be very good. They're at Penn State, and they got Iowa. I got them at 8.
I do too. I have them at 8. I've got them 8-4.
They could be better too. They could.
I think the key is like those games you read off. They're like they're a lot of winnable games, but a lot of games where they haven't won those.
They haven't won. They've lost them.
But they won more of them last year than they did.
They got a great coach.
Mm-hmm.
Their quarterback's got lots of potential.
Mm-hmm.
He was a freshman last year. You would think he would improve with the coaching that they have.
Mm-hmm.
I would be optimistic if I was a Husker fan.
I would be cautiously optimistic.
Well, yeah, but
cautiously optimistic. Okay. Let's go quick on this. Northwestern.
The Northwestern? What are they?
I was afraid you would ask. Let's see. Northwestern, they are the Wildcats. They are located in Chicago. 3.5 wins.
I got them at 3.
Okay. Good enough. Ohio State.
Okay, real quick. Again, it all depends on the quarterback. They do have their toughest 2 games are at home.
They are up at 10.5. They're 10.5. So it is a very high total.
It is.
Yeah.
If they beat Texas, I think they go over the 10.5. So they got Texas and Penn State at home. They got to go to Michigan. Boy, they're right on that line. I am going to go under.
I went under as well. I think it's going to be tough to get to over 10.5, but I still think they're good. I'm with you.
Oh, they're good. Oregon. God, a lot of them are really high on them. Their schedule's pretty damn easy.
I'm super high on Oregon.
They don't have, they got to go to Penn State. That's about the only game I see that's real.
I think they'll beat them.
They should win the rest of if they got a quarterback.
I think they do.
Well, if they do, they're non-conference. Montana State, Oklahoma State, and Oregon State, and they're all home.
Yes.
They got to go to Northwestern, Rutgers, Iowa, and Washington.
Yeah.
And they got Indiana, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and USC at home. What's their total?
10.5.
I got them at 11.
I got them over. I think they're going to win the conference. I think this is the team to beat.
If the quarterback's good, yes.
I think he's supposed to be
Okay, well,
the real deal now.
Keep going back to the real deal was at Oklahoma.
I know, but still,
he's gonna be super.
If he well, first of all, he comes into a lot better situation. But if he's good, they're going to be.
I'm not putting it all on Jackson Arnold.
I'm super high on Oregon. Probably too high.
That schedule, they should.
Okay, Penn State, they are the favorites to win the conference. They're at 10.5.
Yeah, they got Oregon at home. Whoever wins that game is going to win the conference. How about that? It's
going to be Oregon.
Well, I got Penn State. So they got to go to Ohio State. They can't beat them. But maybe they can. Maybe they will this year. What's their deal? 10.5?
10.5.
I got them at 11.
I think somehow they'll go under.
Okay.
I think they're going to win 10. I think they could still win the conference. Maybe they get there. I don't know, but I'm going to go under. I think they're going to be in the playoff, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not buying in on them.
So.
I'm not buying in on them.
Okay.
All right, we just got a few more. We're going to make it. Purdue is next. Oh, gosh. Sorry, Rob. Let's see. They got to be down here pretty low.
I got them at 3.
I'm up here at the top. Let me get down to the bottom here. Purdue is at 3.5.
3 for me.
Okay, so we're going under on Purdue.
Yeah. Give them a year. They'll get better. This guy's a pretty good coach. They'll get better.
Okay, Rutgers is next.
Another team. Oh, God.
Overachieved last year for sure. 5.5 this year.
Extremely well coached.
I got them 6 and 6.
They're right there. I have them at 5.
Okay. UCLA next. They're at 5.5.
I got them at 5.
I got them at 5. I don't like UCLA.
No.
USC.
Well,
next.
Their schedule's not that tough.
They're at 7.5.
7.5?
Yep.
God dang it. Okay. I got a tough opening game with Missouri State. Then they got Georgia Southern. And they got Notre Dame. Okay, so and it's at Notre Dame. Michigan State, Michigan, Northwestern, Iowa, and UCLA comes to LA.
Mm-hmm.
They should win 4 of those.
Mm-hmm.
They got to go to Purdue. They should win that.
I mean, should.
Can a good USC team beat Illinois?
They should.
Okay. At Nebraska.
I think that's a swing. That Nebraska game's that's a swing game for both teams.
It is.
Yeah.
But okay, say they beat Missouri State, they beat Georgia Southern, they beat Purdue, they beat Michigan State, they beat Illinois. That's 5. Northwestern is 6. Iowa is 7. UCLA is 8.
Yeah, I think they get to 8.
And we're not even talking about Nebraska that they could beat.
Yeah.
What is it? 7.5?
7.5.
8 for me.
I think it's 8 for me too. I'm over on USC. I'll ask this question just real quick because Lincoln Riley's under a lot of pressure. I mean, 8. I'd say he gets another year because of the buyout if he gets 8 wins.
Well, I do too, and I think he deserves it.
I don't know if he deserves it, but
I just don't think they like him.
I don't think anybody likes him.
No, he's arrogant.
Mm-hmm.
He's not an LA guy.
No, not at all.
And it just does his own thing, and I don't think they like it. And
yes,
he's pissed somebody off. The whole college football world can't stand him.
Yeah. Well, it's because he was an asshole in Oklahoma, but it's those people from Oklahoma, that media, who cares? But when he got into the national media out in LA, they realized, oh no, he is an asshole.
Well, Feinbaum hates him.
Well, the Oklahoma media hated him even when he was winning because he was such an asshole to them.
Yeah, they couldn't.
But it was again, who cares about sports writers in Tulsa and Oklahoma City outside of where we're from, basically?
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
But out in LA, everybody's there. They're covering him. And the LA local media is a huge market.
It is.
They've learned, he's very unfriendly towards everybody.
He does not deal with the press very well. Which is probably why Feinbaum doesn't like him.
Exactly. All right. We only have 2 to go. Washington, 7.5.
I don't think they're very good, but their schedule's not terribly hard. If they win the games, they should. I got them at 8.
Yeah, I thought they'd bounce back and win 8. I'm with you. 8 for Washington for me as well. And then finally, a team I'm surprised they just haven't been able to get it going. Wisconsin.
I'm shocked that Fickle hasn't had success up there.
Yeah, they're all the way.
Another school that NIL may be killing.
Yeah, they're all the way down to 5.5 now.
Yeah, I know. Boy, used to they just batter you. You know,
Yeah.
they haven't had that.
No, they're just not that team.
You know, he may have came in there with. I think he likes to throw the ball, and that's not them.
Yeah,
it takes a while sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm still high on him as a coach. Their schedule is really tough. They got to go to Michigan, go to Alabama, they got to go to Oregon,
It's
at
tough.
Minnesota, at Indiana, and they got Nebraska. I mean, they got Iowa at home, Ohio State. I mean, it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
They can be pretty good and win 6. You know, if they're in 6, they're pretty good. I can't take him under. I just can't because I've got respect for him in Wisconsin. I got him at 6.
Yep. All right. I have them at 5 and 7, but it would be hard for me to bet under 5.5.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd probably just stay away from it.
Exactly.
Okay. Well,
We did it.
we did it. Well, quickly, who's winning? You got Penn State winning this conference. You
The
said
winner
earlier?
of the Penn State Oregon game wins it.
Okay. I've got Oregon. Like
I just went with Penn State because they're at home.
Well, but if they match up in a neutral field or for the conference championship, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, neutral, I'd probably take Oregon.
Okay. I think the Big Ten's fascinating.
Very top heavy.
Very top heavy, but can Penn State actually do it? I think is going to be fascinating.
I'm with you. They just haven't beat those really good teams. So till they do.
That's right. That's right.
But I think top to bottom, the Big Ten's weak.
Yeah.
I think the SEC is better than them top to bottom.
I agree.
They do have elite teams at the top.
I agree with that 100%.
Yep.
All right, guys, we're going to get off of here. Next week, we'll do the Big 12 and the ACC. So that's coming up next week. We'll do a lot of that.
Won't take very long. So,
Yep. Rob, thanks for joining us for sure. All right. Bleakers Off coming up tomorrow. Magic Mike will be Friday. Lots of talk, I'm sure, about journalism and what happened in the Haskell. Another just great effort from him.
Oh.
And then, of course, Sovereignty back this weekend. We'll talk about that as well. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. We'll see y'all next week for Big 12 and ACC.
This is due to Bet Sports.